We've all heard the phrase, some people are just lucky. It's a comforting thought, is not it. The idea that success is somehow predestined, that fortune favors a chosen few. But let me tell you something, luck is nothing more than an excuse. It's a crutch we lean on when we're afraid to face the truth, that our lives are shaped by our choices, our actions, and most importantly, our willingness to work hard. The last time you achieved something significant, was it because a four-leaf clover fell from the sky and landed on your doorstep? Or was it because you put in the hours, pushed through the discomfort, and refused to give up when things got tough? I once knew a young man named Alex. Fresh out of college, he landed an entry-level job at a prestigious marketing firm. His colleagues were Ivy League graduates, connected through family and friends to the upper echelons of the business world. Alex, on the other hand, came from a working-class family in a small town. He had no connections, no trust fund, nothing but his own determination. For the first few months, Alex felt out of place. He watched as his peers seemed to glide effortlessly through their work, landing big accounts and receiving accolades. It would have been easy for him to chalk it up to luck, to believe that he simply wasn't meant for success in this world. But Alex made a different choice. Instead of lamenting his lack of luck, he decided to outwork everyone around him. He arrived at the office an hour early each day to study industry trends. He stayed late to perfect his presentations. On weekends, when his colleagues were networking at cocktail parties, Alex was poring over marketing textbooks and analyzing successful campaigns. At first, nothing seemed to change, but Alex kept at it day after day, week after week, and then something remarkable happened. A major client came in with a challenging project. The account was up for grabs and everyone wanted it. Alex's proposal wasn't just good, it was revolutionary. It showcased a depth of understanding and creativity that left his superiors in awe. Alex landed the account, and it was a turning point in his career. Over the next few years, he rose through the ranks faster than anyone in the company's history. His colleagues whispered about how lucky he was, but Alex knew the truth. His success wasn't born from luck. It was forged in the fires of hard work and dedication. Success is not a lottery ticket. It's not a roll of the dice or a stroke of fate. Success is the natural consequence of consistent, purposeful effort. It's the result of showing up every day, putting in the work, and never allowing yourself to be satisfied with mediocrity. I can almost hear some of you thinking, but what about natural talent? Surely that plays a role in success, and you are not wrong. Natural aptitude can certainly give someone a head start, but talent without hard work is like an unplanted seed, full of potential, but ultimately fruitless. History is filled with examples of immensely talented individuals who squandered their gifts because they relied on talent alone. Conversely, it's brimming with stories of people who, through sheer determination and hard work, achieved things that no one thought possible. Consider the story of Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda Motor Company. Honda was born into a poor family in rural Japan. He had no formal education beyond elementary school. By all accounts, luck was not on his side. But Honda had an insatiable curiosity and a willingness to work harder than anyone around him. As a young man, Honda apprenticed in an auto repair shop in Tokyo. He spent his days fixing cars and his nights studying engineering. When World War II right broke out, Honda's fledgling business was destroyed in the bombings. Many would have given up, chalking it up to bad luck, but not Honda. In the aftermath of the war, Japan faced a severe fuel shortage. Honda saw an opportunity. He began attaching small engines to bicycles, creating a cheap and efficient mode of transportation. This was the birth of the Honda Motor Company. But success didn't come easy. Honda faced countless setbacks. His first batch of engines was rejected by Toyota. He ran out of money multiple times. The established players in the industry dismissed him as an uneducated upstart. But Honda persevered. He worked tirelessly, often sleeping in his workshop. He experimented, failed, and tried again. Today, Honda is a global brand worth billions of dollars. Soichiro Honda's story is not one of luck. It's a testament to the power of relentless hard work and unwavering determination. The truth is, when we attribute success to luck, we rob ourselves of our own power. We surrender control of our lives to some nebulous force of chance. But here's the react. You are the author of your own story. Your choices, your actions, your willingness to put in the work, these are the things that will determine your success. Any skill you've mastered in your life, Maybe it's playing an instrument, excelling at a sport, or becoming proficient in a professional skill. Did you become good at it overnight? Of course not. You practiced. You made mistakes. You learned from those mistakes and tried again. That process, the cycle of effort, failure, learning, and improvement. That's where success is born. Hard work is not just about putting in long hours. It's about working smart, being strategic, and constantly striving to improve. It's about setting clear goals and then relentlessly pursuing them. It's about being willing to do what others won't, to push yourself beyond your comfort zone, to embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. When we talk about hard work and success, it's easy to fall into the trap of toxic productivity. The idea that you should be working every waking moment, sacrificing your health and relationships in pursuit of your goals. That's not what I'm advocating for you. True success, the kind that brings genuine fulfillment, is about balance. It's about working hard toward your goals while also taking care of your physical and mental health. It's about nurturing your relationships and finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. Hard work does not mean running yourself into the ground. It means being disciplined and consistent. It means showing up every day even when you don't feel like it. It means doing the things that others aren't willing to do, making the sacrifices that others aren't willing to make. The story of Mariah, a single mother who dreamed of becoming a doctor. On paper, the odds were stacked against her. She had a child to support, bills to pay, and seemingly no time to pursue her education. Many would say she was unlucky to be in such a challenging situation. But Maria refused to let her circumstances dictate her future. She enrolled in night classes at a community college, studying while her child slept. She worked multiple jobs to make ends meet, often surviving on just a few hours of sleep. Every spare moment was devoted to her studies. It wasn't easy. There were days when Mariah felt like giving up, days when the weight of her responsibilities seemed too heavy to bear. But she persevered. She found creative ways to study, listening to recorded lectures while commuting, reviewing flashcards during her lunch breaks. She built a support network of fellow students, family members, and mentors who believed in her dream. Years passed. Maria completed her pre-med requirements, aced her MCAT, and was accepted into medical school. Today, she's a practicing physician, living her dream and providing a better life for her child. Maria's success wasn't luck. It was the result of unwavering determination and years of relentless hard work. Stories like Maria's remind us that our circumstances don't define us. Our response to those circumstances does. No matter where you start, no matter what challenges you face, you have the power to shape your own destiny through hard work and perseverance. Embracing hard work is not always easy. In a world that often celebrates overnight success and get-rich-quick schemes, choosing the path of consistent effort can feel countercultural. So how do we cultivate a mindset that values hard work over luck? First, we need to reframe our understanding of failure. In a culture that often equates failure with shame, it's easy to see setbacks as evidence of bad luck or personal inadequacy. But the most successful people in any field will tell you that failure is an essential part of the journey to success. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to refine your approach. When you embrace this perspective, suddenly setbacks become stepping stones. They become data points that guide you towards your goals rather than roadblocks that halt your progress. Thomas Edison, one of history's most prolific inventors, famously said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset, the willingness to persist in the face of repeated failures, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up. Second, we need to cultivate patience. In an age of instant gratification, the idea of working hard for years before seeing significant results can seem unappealing, but real, lasting success rarely happens overnight. It's the result of consistent effort over time. When you start saving money, the growth seems slow at first. But over time, as interest compounds upon interest, your wealth begins to grow exponentially. The same principle applies to hard work. Each day of effort, each small improvement compounds over time. What seems like slow progress in the moment can lead to extraordinary results in the long run. Third, we need to take ownership of our lives. It's easy to blame external factors for our lack of success. The economy is bad, the competition is too fierce. We don't have the right connections. But the moment we start making excuses is the moment we give away our power. Taking ownership means acknowledging that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can always control our response. It means refusing to play the victim and instead asking, what can I do to improve my situation? This shift in mindset is incredibly empowering. It puts you in the driver's seat of your own life. Fourth, we need to cultivate a growth mindset. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, good teaching, and persistence. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as the path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Contrast this with a fixed mindset, the belief that our qualities are carved in stone, leading to a desire to prove ourselves over and over rather than learning and growing. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges, give up easily, see effort as fruitless, ignore useful negative feedback, and feel threatened by the success of others. Cultivating a growth mindset is crucial because it underpins our willingness to work hard. When we believe that our efforts can lead to growth and improvement, we're much more likely to put in the work necessary to achieve our goals. Finally, we need to surround ourselves with the right people. The people we spend time with have a profound impact on our beliefs, our attitudes, and our behaviors. If we surround ourselves with people who believe in luck over hard work, who are always looking for shortcuts, we're likely to adopt those same attitudes. On the other hand, if we surround ourselves with people who value hard work, who are constantly striving to improve themselves, who face challenges head on, we're much more likely to develop those same qualities. As the saying goes, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Choose those people wisely. Some people here don't believe in luck, believe in hard work, and think it means denying the role of privilege or opportunity in success. That's not what we're saying here. Of course, some people start with advantages, whether that's financial resources, education, connections, or other forms of privilege. We can't deny that these factors exist. Regardless of where you start, hard work is still the key differentiator. Having advantages does not guarantee success, just as lacking them does not guarantee failure. History is full of people who squandered every advantage they were given, and it's equally full of people who overcame tremendous odds through sheer determination and hard work. Focusing on the advantages you don't have is a recipe for inaction. It's an excuse to give up before you've even started. Instead, focus on maximizing whatever advantages you do have, however small they might seem. Everyone has some form of advantage. Maybe it's a particular skill, a supportive family member, or simply the fact that you are alive and able to work towards your goals. Identify your advantages and leverage them to the fullest. The beauty of hard work is that it's an equalizer. It's something that's available to everyone, regardless of their starting point. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what challenges you face, you always have the option to outwork those around you. Choosing the path of hard work is not easy. It requires sacrifice. It means being willing to do what others won't. It means pushing through discomfort, facing your fears, and persisting in the face of setbacks. It means choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, time and time again. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the effort, days when the goal seems too far away, when the obstacles seem too great. In those moments, remember why you started. Remember the vision of success that set you on this path in the first place. Let that vision pull you forward. When motivation fails, the more you embrace hard work, the more you will come to enjoy it. There's a deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you have given your all, from seeing yourself improve day by day, from overcoming challenges you once thought impossible. This satisfaction, this sense of earned achievement, is far more fulfilling than any lucky break could ever be. Commit to being the hardest worker in any room you enter. Commit to doing whatever it takes, ethically and legally, to achieve your goals. Commit to viewing every setback as a learning opportunity, every failure as a stepping stone to success. Remember, success is not a destination. It's a journey, a continuous process of growth and improvement. Every day, you have the opportunity to take another step forward to be a little better than you were yesterday. Embrace that opportunity. Make the most of it. Your future is not determined by the whims of fate. It's determined by your choices, your actions, and your willingness to put in the work. So the next time you're tempted to attribute someone's success to luck, pause, look deeper. Chances are, behind that lucky break are years of preparation, countless hours of hard work, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. And the next time you're faced with a challenge, resist the urge to wish for luck. Instead, roll up your sleeves and get to work. Embrace the challenge head on. Every obstacle is an opportunity to prove your mettle, to showcase your resilience, and to distinguish yourself from those who shy away from difficulty. Remember, the path to success is rarely smooth or straight. It's filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, but each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. It's the cumulative effect of these steps, the daily grind, the consistent effort, that ultimately leads to extraordinary achievements. Consider the realm of sports, where the link between hard work and success is crystal clear. Behind every record-breaking performance, every championship win, lies countless hours of practice, preparation, and perseverance. Take the story of Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time. Phelps didn't become a swimming phenomenon overnight. His success was the result of a grueling training regimen that began when he was just a child. For years, Phelps trained 365 days a year, including holidays. He would swim up to 80,000 meters a week, equivalent to swimming across the English Channel and back. While his natural physique gave him certain advantages, it was Phelps' unparalleled work ethic that set him apart. He was often the first one in the pool and the last one out. Even on days when he felt tired or unmotivated, Phelps showed up and put in the work. This relentless dedication not only honed his physical abilities, but also gave him a mental edge over his competitors. Phelps' story teaches us an important lesson. Talent alone is not enough. It's the combination of talent and hard work that leads to extraordinary success. And here's the key: while we can't always control our natural talents, we can always control our work ethic. This principle extends far beyond the world of sports. In every field, every profession, it's the hardest workers who rise to the top. They are the ones who are constantly learning, constantly improving, constantly pushing themselves beyond their comfort zones. The most successful people in your field, I bet if you look closely at their habits, their routines, their mindset, you find a common thread, an unwavering commitment to hard work. They are not waiting for luck to smile upon them. They are out there creating their own opportunities, day in and day out. Hard work is not just about quantity of effort. It's also about quality. It's about working smart as well as working hard. This means being strategic about where you focus your energy. It means continuously evaluating your methods and looking for ways to improve your efficiency and effectiveness. In the digital age, with information at our fingertips, there's no excuse for not educating yourself about the most effective ways to achieve your goals. Read books, listen to podcasts, take online courses, seek out mentors. The most successful people are lifelong learners, always hungry for new knowledge and skills. But knowledge alone is not enough. You need to apply what you learn. You need to take action. The world is full of people who know what to do, but never actually do it. Don't be one of them. Be a doer, not just a knower. This brings us to another vital aspect of success: consistency. It's not enough to work hard sporadically, to have bursts of motivation followed by long periods of inaction. True success comes from consistent, sustained effort over time. Each day of hard work is like laying a single brick. One brick on its own does not amount to much, but if you lay a brick every single day without fail, eventually you will have built a wall. And if you keep going, that wall can become a house, a castle, a cathedral. This is the power of consistency. It's not about making huge leaps forward every day. It's about making small, consistent progress. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. I want to touch on a crucial point that often gets overlooked in discussions about hard work and success. It's the importance of rest and recovery. Hard work does not mean running yourself into the ground. It does not mean neglecting your health, your relationships, or your overall well-being in pursuit of your goals. In fact, proper rest and recovery are essential components of sustained high performance. Just as an athlete needs to allow their muscles to recover between workouts, you need to give your mind and body time to recharge. This is not laziness. It's a strategic approach to maintaining your ability to work hard over the long term. The most successful people understand this balance. They work incredibly hard, but they also prioritize sleep, exercise, nutrition, and relationships. They understand that these elements are not separate from success. They're integral to it. So as you commit to working hard, also commit to taking care of yourself. Establish healthy habits. Set boundaries. Make time for the people and activities that bring you joy and fulfillment outside of your work. Remember, the goal is not just to achieve success. It's to be able to enjoy that success when it comes. Every single day, you have a choice to make. You can choose to believe in luck, to wait for your big break, to hope that success will somehow fall into your lap, or you can choose to believe in yourself, in your ability to create your own success through hard work and determination. The choice you make will shape your entire life. It will determine whether you become a passive observer in your own story or the active author of your own destiny. Choose hard work. Choose discipline. Choose perseverance. Choose to be the hardest worker in every room you enter. Choose to do whatever it takes, ethically and legally, to turn your dreams into reality. When you face obstacles, and you will face obstacles, choose to view them as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. When you experience failure, and you will experience failure, choose to see it as a lesson, a stepping stone on your path to success, rather than a reason to give up. Choose to surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be better. Choose to be a lifelong learner, always hungry for new knowledge and skills. Choose to take action, to be a doer rather than just a dreamer. And most importantly, choose to believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to achieve great things through hard work and determination. Believe that you have what it takes to overcome any challenge, to rise above any setback, to turn your biggest dreams into reality. Remember, success is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Your choice, every single day, you have the power to move closer to your goals or further away from them. You have the power to build the life you want, brick by brick, through consistent, dedicated effort. Choose hard work over luck. Choose action over wishful thinking. Choose to be the architect of your own success. The path won't be easy. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when the goal seems too far away, when the challenges seem too great. But in those moments, remember why you started. Remember the vision of success that set you on this path. Let that vision pull you forward when motivation fails. And remember this, every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Every challenge you overcome makes you stronger. Every skill you master, every lesson you learn, every ounce of effort you put in, it all adds up. It all matters. You have within you the power to achieve extraordinary things, not because of luck, not because of fate, but because of your willingness to work harder than anyone else, to persist when others give up, to keep pushing forward no matter what obstacles stand in your way. So go forth and work hard. Pursue your dreams with unwavering determination. Turn your potential into reality through relentless effort and perseverance. And as you do, remember that you are not just building a successful career or achieving a specific goal, you are building character. You are becoming the best version of yourself. In the end, that's what this journey is all about. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be, about fulfilling your potential, about making the most of the talents and opportunities you have been given. It's about looking back on your life with pride, knowing that you gave it your all, that you made the most of every day, every opportunity, every challenge. Your future is in your hands, not in the hands of luck, not in the hands of fate, but in your hands. What you do with it is up to you. Choose wisely. Choose hard work. Choose success. The world is waiting to see what you can achieve. Now go out there and show them. Thank you. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your full potential, the secret to reaching the pinnacle of your aspirations, lies not in some hidden treasure or stroke of luck, but in a simple yet powerful concept? That concept is discipline. Discipline. It's a word that often conjures images of strict regimens and rigid routines. But let me paint you a different picture. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the compass that guides you through the storms of distraction and the fog of procrastination. It's the invisible force that transforms your dreams from distant mirages into tangible realities. Success is not a lightning strike of inspiration or a sudden windfall of good fortune. It's a carefully cultivated garden nurtured day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, through the relentless application of discipline. It's the early mornings when your bed begs you to stay, but you rise to greet the dawn. It's the late nights when exhaustion whispers in your ear, but you push through to complete that crucial task. It's the unwavering commitment to your goals when the world around you seems determined to pull you off course. In a world of quick fixes and instant gratification, discipline stands as the true accelerator of achievement. Why? Because while others are waiting for inspiration to strike or luck to favor them, the disciplined individual is out there day after day, laying the foundation for their inevitable success. There was once a young woman named Melanie who dreamed of becoming a world-class violinist. She had talent, no doubt, but so did many others. What set Melanie apart was her ironclad discipline. While her peers slept in on weekends, Melanie was up at dawn, bow in hand. While they spent their evenings scrolling through social media, Melanie was perfecting her technique, one note at a time. For years, this was Melanie's life. There were moments of doubt, times when the allure of a normal life tempted her. That Melanie understood something fundamental. Discipline is not just about what you do, it's about who you become in the process. With each practice session, each sacrifice, each moment of focused effort, Melanie wasn't just becoming a better violinist. She was becoming a person capable of achieving greatness. And greatness did come. After a decade of relentless discipline, Melanie found herself on the world's grandest stages, her violin singing with a voice that moved audiences to tears. Her overnight success was 10 years in the making, a testament to the power of discipline as the true shortcut to extraordinary achievement. Melanie's story teaches us a crucial lesson. Discipline is not just about working hard. It's about working smart and consistently. It's about having the courage to say no to the things that don't matter so you can say yes to the things that do. It's about making the tough choices day after day that align with your long-term vision. Discipline is not some magical state of being that you either have or you don't. It's a skill, a muscle that you can develop and strengthen over time. And like any muscle, it grows stronger with use. The more you exercise your discipline, the easier it becomes to make the right choices, to stay focused, to push through the tough times. Discipline as compound interest for your life. Just as small, regular investments can grow into a fortune over time. Small, consistent acts of discipline can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Each time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you are making a deposit in your future success. I can almost hear some of you thinking, but what about passion? What about inspiration? Aren't those important for success? Absolutely they are. Passion is the fuel that drives us, and inspiration is the spark that ignites our dreams. But here's the thing. Discipline is what keeps that fire burning when the initial excitement fades, when the road gets tough, when the doubts creep in. Passion without discipline is like a car without a steering wheel. Lots of energy, but no direction. Discipline channels your passion, focuses your inspiration, and turns your dreams into concrete plans of action. It's the difference between saying, I wish and saying, I will. But discipline is not just for those pursuing artistic or athletic excellence. It's the cornerstone of success in every field, every endeavor, every aspect of life. Consider the world of business. The most successful entrepreneurs aren't necessarily the ones with the most brilliant ideas or the most venture capital. They are the ones who show up every day, who grind through the tough times, who maintain their focus when others lose theirs. Discipline in business means consistently delivering value to your customers, even when it's not convenient. It means managing your resources wisely, even when there's pressure to splurge. It means staying true to your vision, even when shortcuts and compromises present themselves. In personal finance, discipline is the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and building lasting wealth. It's about consistently living below your means, saving and investing for the future, and resisting the siren call of unnecessary luxuries. The disciplined individual understands that financial freedom is not about how much you make, but how much you keep and how wisely you invest it. In relationships, discipline manifests as loyalty, reliability, and consistent effort. It's about showing up for your loved ones, not just when it's easy or convenient, but especially when it's challenging. It's about keeping your promises, being present in the moment, and continuously working to strengthen your bonds. In health and fitness, discipline is the bridge between intention and results. It's not about extreme diets or punishing workout regimens. It's about consistently making choices that nourish your body and mind. It's about getting up and moving, even on days when you don't feel like it, choosing nutritious foods even when junk food is calling your name, and prioritizing sleep even when there are 1,000 other things vying for your attention. Maintaining discipline is not always easy. We live in a world full of distractions, a world that often seems designed to test our resolve and pull us off course. So how do we stay disciplined in the face of these challenges? The key is to understand that discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's not about never falling down. It's about always getting back up. Even the most disciplined among us have moments of weakness, days when we falter or fall short of our own expectations. The difference is that truly disciplined individuals don't let these moments define them. They acknowledge their missteps, learn from them, and get right back on track. This resilience in the face of setbacks is a hallmark of disciplined individuals. They understand that the path to success is rarely a straight line. There will be obstacles, detours, and moments of doubt. But discipline provides the strength to navigate these challenges, to learn from failures, and to keep moving forward. Consider the story of Thomas Edison in his quest to invent the light bulb. Edison made over 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before finally succeeding. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times, Edison replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." This is the mindset of a truly disciplined individual. Edison didn't see his unsuccessful attempts as failures, but as necessary steps on the path to success. His discipline allowed him to persist where others would have given up, to learn from each setback, and to maintain his focus on the ultimate goal. Edison's story illustrates another crucial aspect of discipline: its role in fostering creativity and innovation. Many people mistakenly believe that discipline stifles creativity, that it's all about rigid routines and following rules. But the truth is quite the opposite. Discipline creates the structure and focus that allow creativity to flourish. When you are not constantly wrestling with basic decisions or struggling to stay on track, your mind is free to explore new ideas, solve complex problems, and envision bold possibilities. Discipline clears the mental clutter, creating space for innovative thinking. This is true across all fields of human endeavor. The greatest artists, scientists, entrepreneurs, and leaders throughout history weren't just blessed with talent or brilliant ideas. They coupled their vision with rigorous discipline, showing up day after day to refine their craft, experiment with new concepts, and push the boundaries of what was possible. But discipline is not just about individual achievement. It has the power to transform teams, organizations, and even entire communities. Disciplined individual sets an example that inspires others, raising the standards of those around them. In a team setting, discipline is contagious. When one person consistently shows up prepared, meets deadlines, and delivers high-quality work, it challenges others to do the same. This creates a culture of excellence where mediocrity simply is not acceptable. In organizations, disciplined leadership is the foundation of long-term success. Leaders who embody discipline in their actions and decisions create structures and systems that enable the entire organization to thrive. They foster an environment where accountability is the norm, where goals are clear and pursued with relentless focus, and where continuous improvement is a way of life. At a community level, the impact of discipline can be truly transformative. Communities that cultivate a collective sense of discipline in education, in civic engagement, in environmental stewardship, create a better quality of life for all their members. They tackle challenges head-on, plan for the future, and consistently work towards their shared goals. But perhaps the most profound impact of discipline is on your sense of personal integrity. Each time you follow through on a commitment, each time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you are strengthening your character. You are becoming someone who can be counted on, someone who does what they say they will do, someone who lives in alignment with their values. This integrity is the bedrock of true success. It's what allows you to sleep soundly at night, knowing that you have given your best effort and stayed true to your principles. It's what earns the respect and trust of others, opening doors to new opportunities and collaborations. And it's what gives you the inner peace and satisfaction that come from living an authentic, purposeful life. But how do we cultivate this disciplined mindset? How do we transform discipline from an abstract concept into a living, breathing part of our daily lives? It starts with clarity. You need to know exactly what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. Vague goals lead to vague efforts. But when you have a crystal clear vision of your desired outcome, it becomes much easier to align your actions with your aspirations. Take the time to define your goals in specific, measurable terms. Write them down, visualize what success looks like in vivid detail. Connect with the emotional reasons behind your goals, the deeper why that will fuel your motivation when the going gets tough. Next, break down your big goals into small, manageable tasks. Discipline is not about making huge, dramatic changes overnight. It's about taking consistent, incremental steps in the right direction. Remember, even the longest journey begins with a single step. Create a plan that outlines the daily, weekly, and monthly actions you need to take to move towards your goals. Be realistic in your planning. It's better to consistently accomplish small tasks than to set overly ambitious targets that leave you feeling overwhelmed and discouraged. You establish routines and habits that support your goals. Discipline thrives on structure. When you create a framework for your day that prioritizes your most important tasks, you reduce the need for willpower and make disciplined action almost automatic. Start with your morning routine. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Develop a routine that energizes you, centers your mind, and prepares you to tackle your most important tasks. This might include exercise, meditation, journaling, or reviewing your goals. Embrace discomfort. Growth and comfort rarely coexist. Discipline often requires you to do things that aren't easy or immediately pleasurable. But by learning to find satisfaction in the process, in the act of showing up and putting in the work, you can transform discipline from a core into a source of pride and fulfillment. Challenge yourself regularly. Set goals that push you just beyond your current capabilities. Embrace the discomfort of learning new skills, tackling difficult projects, or stepping outside your comfort zone. Remember, it's in these moments of challenge that real growth occurs. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who value discipline and support your goals. The people around you have a profound impact on your mindset and behavior. By cultivating relationships with disciplined, success-oriented individuals, you create an environment that nurtures your own disciplined efforts. Seek out mentors who embody the kind of discipline you aspire to. Join groups or communities focused on personal growth and achievement. Engage in mastermind sessions where you can share your goals, be held accountable, and learn from others on similar journeys. Practice self-compassion. Remember, discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. When you inevitably face setbacks or moments of weakness, treat yourself with kindness. Learn from these experiences, recommit to your goals, and keep moving forward. Develop a growth mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement. When you encounter obstacles or make mistakes, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become stronger and more disciplined? Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Discipline is a journey, not a destination. Take time to acknowledge and appreciate the positive changes you are making in your life. This reinforces your disciplined behavior and motivates you to continue on your path. Keep a journal of your accomplishments. No matter how minor they might seem, regularly review how far you have come. Share your progress with supportive friends or family members. Allow yourself to feel proud of your disciplined efforts. Remember that discipline is a skill that improves with practice. The more you exercise your discipline muscle, the stronger it becomes. Each discipline choice you make not only moves you closer to your goals, but also strengthens your capacity for future disciplined action. Start small and build gradually. If you are new to exercising discipline, don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Begin with 1 or 2 areas where you want to improve. As you build confidence and see results, you can expand your disciplined approach to other aspects of your life. One powerful way to cultivate discipline is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It might seem counterintuitive, but mindfulness can significantly enhance your capacity for discipline. How? By developing mindfulness, you become more aware of your impulses, your habitual reactions, and your choices you make throughout the day. This awareness creates a space between stimulus and response, allowing you to make more conscious, disciplined choices rather than acting on autopilot. Mindfulness helps you stay focused on your goals and priorities. In a world full of distractions, the ability to bring your attention back to what's truly important is a crucial aspect of discipline. Regular mindfulness practice whether through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply paying closer attention to your daily activities, can dramatically improve your ability to stay disciplined in pursuit of your goals. Another key aspect of cultivating discipline is understanding and managing your energy. Discipline is not just about time management. It's about energy management. You can have all the time in the world, but if you don't have the energy to focus and take action, your discipline will falter. Pay attention to your natural energy rhythms throughout the day. When do you feel most alert and focused? When do you tend to experience energy dips? Use this knowledge to schedule your most important discipline-requiring tasks during your peak energy periods. Also, be intentional about recharging your energy. This means getting adequate sleep, eating nutritious foods, staying hydrated, and engaging in regular physical activity. It also means taking breaks and allowing for downtime. Paradoxically, sometimes the most disciplined thing you can do is to rest and recharge, so you have the energy to tackle your goals with renewed vigor. As you cultivate discipline in your life, you will likely notice a fascinating phenomenon: the spillover effect. When you develop discipline in one area of your life, it tends to spread to other areas as well. The skills and mindset you develop through exercising discipline are transferable. For instance, if you develop the discipline to maintain a regular exercise routine, you might find it easier to stick to a budget or to focus on your work tasks. The self-control and delayed gratification you practice in one area strengthen your overall capacity for discipline. This spillover effect can create a powerful upward spiral in your life. As you become more disciplined in various areas, your confidence grows, your self-esteem improves, and you begin to see yourself as someone capable of achieving great things. This positive self-image further reinforces your disciplined behavior, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and achievement. However, it's important to remember that the journey of discipline is not always smooth or linear. There will be times when your discipline wavers, when you face setbacks or fall short of your own expectations. This is a normal and inevitable part of the process. The key is how you respond to these moments. Do you use them as an excuse to give up, or do you see them as opportunities for learning and growth? The most disciplined individuals understand that setbacks are not failures, they are feedback. They provide valuable information about what's working, what is not, and how you can adjust your approach. When you face a moment of weakness or a lapse in discipline, take a step back and analyze the situation without judgment. What led to this lapse? Were you overextended? Did you fail to plan adequately? In fact, were there environmental factors that made it difficult to maintain your discipline? Use this information to refine your approach. Perhaps you need to adjust your goals, modify your strategies, or strengthen your support systems. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect. It's to be consistently improving, learning, and growing. One powerful way to maintain discipline over the long term is to connect your disciplined actions to a larger purpose or mission. When you understand the why behind your discipline, it becomes much easier to stay committed, even when faced with challenges or temptations. Take some time to reflect on your core values and long-term vision for your life. How does your discipline in various areas contribute to that vision? How does it align with your values? When you can see the direct connection between your daily discipline choices and your most cherished aspirations, you will find a wellspring of motivation and resolve. Create a personal mission statement that encapsulates your values and goals. Refer to this statement regularly, especially when you feel your discipline wavering. Let it be your North Star, guiding your choices and keeping you on track. Another crucial aspect of maintaining long-term discipline is learning to manage your emotions effectively. Emotions can be powerful drivers of behavior, and if not managed well, they can derail even the most disciplined individuals. Develop emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as to recognize and influence the emotions of others. This skill will help you navigate the inevitable ups and downs of your discipline journey without losing your focus or commitment. Practice techniques like deep breathing, journaling, or talking with a trusted friend to process your emotions in a healthy way. Learn to distinguish between fleeting emotional impulses and your deeper, more enduring values and goals. As you become more skilled at managing your emotions, you will find it easier to maintain your discipline even in the face of stress, frustration, or temptation. It's also important to recognize that discipline is not about suppressing or ignoring your emotions. Rather, it's about channeling them productively. Use your passion and enthusiasm to fuel your disciplined efforts. Let your frustration or disappointment motivate you to work harder and smarter. Transform your fear into focused action. Remember to regularly reassess and adjust your goals and strategies. The world is constantly changing, and so are you. What worked for you a year ago might not be the best approach now. Stay flexible and open to new methods and ideas. This does not mean changing course at the slightest difficulty or constantly second-guessing yourself, but it does mean being willing to honestly evaluate your progress, listen to feedback, and make thoughtful adjustments when necessary. True discipline is not rigid. It's responsive and adaptable. One powerful way to enhance your discipline is through the practice of visualization. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers in various fields have long used this technique to improve their performance and maintain their focus. Spend time each day visualizing yourself successfully executing your disciplined actions and achieving your goals. See yourself overcoming obstacles, resisting temptations, and consistently making choices aligned with your long-term vision. The more vividly you can imagine these scenarios, the more prepared you will be to act with discipline when faced with real-life challenges. Another key to maintaining long-term discipline is to find ways to make your disciplined actions enjoyable. While discipline often involves doing things that aren't immediately pleasurable, that does not mean it has to be a constant grind. Look for ways to inject fun, creativity, or personal meaning into your disciplined routines. For example, if you are maintaining the discipline of regular exercise, experiment with different types of workouts to find what you enjoy most. If you are practicing financial discipline, turn budgeting into a game or a challenge. If you are disciplined about learning, find interactive or hands-on ways to engage with the material. By making your disciplined actions more enjoyable, you reduce the amount of willpower required to maintain them. Over time, these actions can even become habits that you look forward to rather than obligations you force yourself to fulfill. As you progress on your journey of discipline, don't forget to be a source of inspiration and support for others. Share your experiences, both your successes and your struggles. Offer encouragement to those who are just starting their own journeys of discipline. By lifting others up, you reinforce your own commitment and create a community of mutual support and accountability. Consider mentoring someone who's looking to develop greater discipline in an area where you have had success. Not only will this help them, but it will also deepen your own understanding and commitment. Teaching others is often the best way to solidify your own knowledge and practices. Remember, too, that discipline is not just about personal achievement. It can be a powerful force for positive change in the world. As you develop greater discipline in your own life, think about how you can use that strength to contribute to causes larger than yourself. Whether it's through volunteer work, civic engagement, or using your skills to address social issues, your discipline can have a ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal sphere. The path of discipline is not always easy, but it is invariably rewarding. It's a journey of self-discovery, of pushing beyond your perceived limits, of becoming the best version of yourself. Remember that every moment presents a choice to act with discipline or to give in to momentary comfort or distraction. Each time you choose discipline, you're not just moving closer to your goals. You are strengthening your character, building your resilience, and expanding your capacity for future achievement. Embrace the challenges that come with living a disciplined life. See them not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth and self-mastery. Celebrate your progress, learn from your setbacks, and always keep your eyes on the bigger picture of what you are working to achieve. Discipline truly is the shortcut to success, not because it provides an easy path, but because it provides the surest path. While others are waiting for luck or inspiration or the perfect moment, you will be out there day after day building the life you want through consistent, disciplined action. You have within you the power to achieve extraordinary things. You have the capacity to transform your life through the power of discipline. The question is, will you answer the call? Will you make the choice right here, right now, to embrace discipline as your path to success? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today, commit to discipline, commit to becoming the best version of yourself, and watch as your life transforms one disciplined choice at a time. Remember, Success is not something that happens to you. It's something you create through disciplined action. It's a product of your daily habits, your unwavering focus, and your willingness to push beyond your comfort zone. When you embrace discipline as your guiding principle, you take control of your destiny and actively shape the course of your life. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you have the potential to become. It's the force that can turn your dreams into reality, your aspirations into achievements, your potential into performance. It's the truest, most reliable path to success in any endeavor. The choice is yours. Will you cross that bridge? Will you harness the power of discipline to create the life you desire and deserve? The journey may not always be easy, but I promise you this, it will always be worth it. Step forward with confidence. Embrace the power of discipline. Unlock levels of success you may have thought impossible. Your future self, more capable, more accomplished, more fulfilled, is waiting on the other side of your disciplined efforts. It's time to meet them. Go forth, be disciplined, and let your success serve as an inspiration to others. The world is waiting for the unique contribution that only you can make, and with discipline as your ally, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Your journey starts now. Make it count.
Imagine standing at the edge of a vast forest, the kind that stretches beyond the horizon, dense with trees, each one representing a day of your life. Now, envision that within this forest lies a path that leads to your greatest dreams, your highest achievements. This path, however, isn't paved with gold or lined with roses. Instead, it's crafted through discipline, a daily commitment to moving forward, to pushing through the underbrush, to climbing the hills, and to navigating the valleys. This is where our journey begins. Not on a journey of miles, but on a journey of daily commitment, a journey of discipline. Discipline, often misunderstood as mere self-denial or punishing routines, is actually the golden thread that weaves through the fabric of every success story. It's not about the grand gestures or the once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. It's about what we do every single day, the choices we make from moment to moment. It's the quiet power that propels us forward, the steady hand that guides us through the storms, and the whisper that encourages us when all seems lost. All right, I will tell you a story. A simple one, yet profound in its implications. There was a person exactly like you, young man. The dreams as vast as the sky. This person, call them Alex, had a vision of becoming an accomplished writer, of weaving stories that would captivate hearts and minds. But Alex faced a challenge, a familiar foe to many of us, the daunting blank page. Day after day, Alex sat before it, the cursor blinking like a beacon of unfulfilled potential. The dream seemed distant, the path unclear. What changed? Discipline. Alex made a commitment, not to write a masterpiece in a day, but to write a single page every day. No excuses, no waiting for inspiration, to strike like lightning, just one page every day. Some days the words flowed like a river. On others they trickled like a slow, reluctant stream. But the pages piled up one by one, and before long, a story began to take shape, a story only Alex could tell. This tale of discipline is not unique to Alex. It echoes in the lives of everyone who has ever achieved something of lasting value. It's not the brilliance of a single moment, but the accumulation of countless disciplined choices day after day that carves the path to success. As we stand here at the threshold of our own forest, our own dreams, let's ask ourselves, what is the one thing we can commit to doing every single day? It doesn't have to be monumental, but it must be meaningful. It must be a step on the path toward our dreams, a stone laid in the foundation of our success. Remember, the power of discipline lies not in its grandeur, but in its consistency. Like the gentle flow of a river that shapes the mightiest mountains, our daily disciplines shape our destinies. Let's make a promise to ourselves here and now to embrace discipline, to welcome it not as a burden, but as our most trusted ally on the journey to achieving our deepest aspirations. Keep in mind that discipline is the bridge between our dreams and their realization. It's the daily commitment to our goals, the relentless pursuit of excellence, and the unwavering belief in our ability to succeed. So let us step onto that path with confidence, knowing that with discipline every single day, there's no dream too distant, no goal too great. Now, as we look ahead, let's consider how we can build upon this foundation of discipline, how we can apply it not just in pursuit of our personal goals, but in every aspect of our lives. Clear the mist around what discipline truly means and the impact it has on our journey towards success. Discipline, often cloaked in the guise of limitation, is in fact our greatest liberator. It's a concept misunderstood by many, seen as a barrier to freedom and creativity. Yet, if we peer closer with a lens of understanding, we uncover its true nature as the very foundation that frees us to explore the heights of our potential. Discipline is not, contrary to popular belief, a set of chains binding us to a monotonous routine, devoid of joy and spontaneity. Instead, it's the strong backbone that supports us as we pursue our dreams and aspirations. It's the inner strength that guides us to say no to the immediate gratification for something far greater in the future. This understanding of discipline as a liberator rather than a restrictor transforms our approach to achieving our goal. Think about the greatest achievements in history, the masterpieces of art, the breakthroughs in science, the feats of engineering. Behind each of these triumphs was a foundation of discipline. It was the disciplined focus of scientists that split the atom, the disciplined hand of the artist that painted the Sistine Chapel, and the disciplined mind of the writer that penned the classics that still move us today. But bring this concept closer to home, to the realm of personal development and success. Discipline is the decision to get up an hour earlier each morning to work on your project before the rest of the world wakes up. It's the choice to save a portion of your earnings each month, despite the temptation to spend it on immediate pleasures. It's the commitment to exercise regularly, even when your body insists on staying in the comfort of your bed. Now, why do we often view discipline as a form of restriction? It's because discipline demands from us a momentary sacrifice, a temporary discomfort for a long-term gain. It's the seed sown today that promises a harvest in seasons to come. Yet many shy away from this commitment, fearing the loss of freedom, not realizing that true freedom comes from the ability to choose your path and stay on it, undeterred by the distractions that life throws your way. I want to tell you a story that illustrates the liberating power of discipline. There was a young musician filled with talent and passion for his art. Is there any good musician around here? You. Are all of you musicians? Good. However, his career was stagnant, his potential unfulfilled. He spent his days waiting for inspiration, for the perfect moment to create his masterpiece. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and his dream seemed to slip further away. It was only when he embraced the discipline of practicing his craft every day, whether inspiration visited or not, that he began to see progress. His skills sharpened, his creativity flourished, and opportunities started to open before him. Discipline had freed him from the shackles of waiting for the perfect moment and granted him the freedom to create, to grow, and to succeed. This story is a testament to the fact that discipline, when embraced, becomes a powerful tool for overcoming procrastination, for harnessing our potential, and for directing our lives towards the goals we aspire to achieve. It's the steady hand that turns the wheel, guiding us through the rough seas towards our desired destination. So as we stand at the crossroads of our dreams and the path to achieving them, choose discipline as our guide. Redefine discipline in our minds, not as a barrier, but as a bridge to our success. By committing to disciplined actions every day, we unlock the door to a world of possibilities, to a life where our dreams are not just visions in the night, but realities we live and breathe each day. Discipline in every aspect of our lives. Let's remember that the discipline we cultivate today is the foundation of the success we enjoy tomorrow. It's the discipline that makes the difference between who we are and who we have the potential to become. Hold on to discipline, not as a burden, but as our most cherished ally in the quest for personal and professional fulfillment. As we ponder on this transition into exploring how we can build and fortify this discipline, making it an unbreakable pillar in our quest for excellence and achievement. Reflecting on the transformative power of daily discipline brings us to a fundamental truth about success. It's not about the big leaps taken sporadically, but about the small, consistent steps taken every day. The magic of daily discipline lies in its cumulative effect, much like the steady accumulation of snow on a mountainside that, over time, can lead to the awe-inspiring formation of a glacier. It's the daily commitment to our goals, to our growth, and to our journey that builds the staircase to our dreams, one step at a time. Consider the story of a painter, person of modest talent, but with an extraordinary commitment to discipline. Every morning, without fail, this individual stood before the canvas, brush in hand, ready to capture the day's inspiration. Some days, the results were less than satisfactory, mere smudges of paint that seemed to mock the effort. Yet, the painter persisted, driven not by the day's outcome, but by the belief in the process, in the power of showing up each day and doing the work. Over the years, this daily discipline transformed the modest talent into mastery. The paintings that once struggled to find form began to speak, to tell stories, to evoke emotions. Galleries that had once politely declined the opportunity to display the work now eagerly sought it out. The transformation wasn't overnight, nor was it the result of a single moment of inspiration. It was the product of years of disciplined effort, of the commitment to the craft, even when the craft seemed indifferent to the artist. This principle of daily discipline applies not just to the arts, but to every field of endeavor. Consider the entrepreneur who every day takes one step towards building their vision, whether it's refining their product, reaching out to potential clients, or learning something new that will benefit their business. Or the athlete who, rain or shine, dedicates time to training, to pushing their limits, to refining their skills. The stories of greatness are built on the foundation of daily discipline. The true power of daily discipline lies not just in the results it produces, but in the transformation it catalyzes within us. As we commit to our daily disciplines, we develop resilience, patience, focus, and, most importantly, the belief in ourselves. We learn to trust the process, to understand that progress is often invisible, that greatness is a slow evolution, not a sudden revelation. But how does one cultivate this daily discipline? It begins with a decision to commit to something greater than the moment's comfort or convenience. It's supported by a vision, a clear picture of what we're working towards, which serves as our compass through the distractions and temptations that life invariably presents. And it's sustained by habit, by creating routines that anchor our days and guide our actions. Carry with us the stories of those who have walked this path before us, those who have achieved greatness through the simple yet profound act of disciplined daily effort. Let's remember that the path to our dreams is built day by day, brick by brick, with the mortar of discipline holding it all together. And the specific building blocks of discipline, exploring how we can set clear, actionable goals, prioritize our tasks, and develop the routines that will lead us to the success we seek. Building a life marked by achievement and fulfillment, it becomes evident that the cornerstone of such a life is discipline. Yet discipline is not a monolith. It is composed of several key building blocks that, when assembled together, create a robust structure capable of withstanding the tempests of distraction and the lure of instant gratification. For these building blocks, not as abstract concepts, but as practical, actionable strategies that we can implement in our daily lives. Consider the importance of setting clear, actionable goals. Imagine you're embarking on a voyage across uncharted waters. Without a map or a compass, your journey becomes a game of chance, subject to the whims of the wind and waves. In much the same way, navigating the seas of life requires a compass, a clear goal, but not just any goal. It must be as specific and actionable as possible. It's not enough to say, I want it to be successful. What does success look like to you? Is it starting your own business, writing a book, or perhaps running a marathon? The more specific you are, the clearer your destination becomes. And with clarity comes the ability to chart a course and follow it with unwavering discipline. Now, having set your goals, the next step is prioritizing tasks and focusing on what's important. In the garden of life, tasks are like weeds. They grow rampant, threatening to choke out the very flowers. The goals we strive to cultivate. The art of prioritization is akin to that of a skilled gardener, knowing which plants to water and which weeds to pull. It involves asking yourself at the start of each day, what are the tasks that will move me closer to my goal? These tasks are big rocks, and they should take precedence. Everything else is sand, filling the spaces in between. By focusing on what truly matters, you ensure that your daily actions are aligned with your larger objectives, thereby reinforcing your discipline. The establishment of routines plays a pivotal role in reinforcing discipline. Routines are the scaffolding upon which the edifice of discipline is built. They provide structure to our days, creating a rhythm that, over time, becomes second nature. Consider the act of brushing your teeth. A routine so ingrained in your daily life that it requires no conscious effort. Similarly, when we develop routines around our goals, the actions necessary to achieve them become as natural as breathing. Whether it's a morning routine that includes time for reading and reflection, an exercise regimen, or designated hours for focused work, these routines become the channels through which the river of discipline flows. However, developing these routines requires patience and persistence. It involves experimenting to find what works best for you, adjusting and adapting as you learn and grow. The key is consistency, like the steady drip of water that, over time, wears away stone. Consistent action, no matter how small, leads to significant results. In the realm of personal development and the pursuit of excellence, maintaining daily discipline stands as both our greatest ally and most formidable challenge. Across this journey, three persistent foes emerge: procrastination, distractions, and the elusive nature of motivation. Yet, within these challenges lie the seeds of our greatest growth. By confronting and overcoming these obstacles, we not only forge a path to our goals, but also discover the depth of our resilience and determination. First, cast a light on procrastination, often described as the thief of time. It whispers seductively, convincing us to defer our dreams to an indefinite tomorrow. Yet this tomorrow stretches endlessly, leaving our aspirations hanging in the balance. The antidote to procrastination is not found in monumental leaps, but in the power of starting. The act of beginning, however small the step may seem, breaks the inertia, transforming dread into momentum. It's about embracing the philosophy of do it now, a mantra that propels us from stagnation to action. Distractions in their myriad forms vie for our attention, pulling us from our chosen path. They are the siren songs that promise immediate pleasure at the cost of long-term fulfillment. In our hyper-connected world, the battle against distractions is on. Yet victory lies in the establishment of boundaries, in the disciplined use of technology, and in cultivating an environment that nurtures focus. It requires a conscious choice to prioritize our goals over the fleeting allure of distraction. By doing so, we reclaim our time and direct it towards the pursuits that truly matter. The challenge of sustaining motivation amidst the ebb and flow of daily life often leaves many in a state of paralysis. However, the secret to unwavering motivation is recognizing that it often follows action rather than precedes it. The initial steps, taken despite the absence of motivation, create a feedback loop where progress fuels motivation, which in turn inspires further action. It is in the doing that we find the will to continue, in the small victories that we discover the strength to persevere. So, how do we cultivate the discipline necessary to overcome these challenges? The journey begins with clarity, defining our goals with precision and understanding the high behind them. This clarity becomes our compass, guiding us through the distractions and uncertainties. Next, we must embrace the power of routine, crafting daily rituals that align with our aspirations. These routines anchor us, creating a structure that supports sustained effort. Accountability plays a crucial role in this process. Sharing our goals with a trusted friend or mentor creates a sense of commitment, a promise not just to ourselves, to another. It's a powerful deterrent against the temptation to stray from our path. Celebrating our progress, no matter how small, reinforces our efforts, reminding us that each step forward is a victory in its own right. In facing these challenges, we must be patient with ourselves, recognizing that the path to discipline is a journey of incremental progress. There will be days when we falter, when procrastination, distractions, or a lack of motivation seem to gain the upper hand. Yet it is in our response to these setbacks that our true commitment to discipline is tested. By choosing to rise, to take the next step despite the obstacles, we embody the essence of discipline. Remember that discipline is not a destination, but a daily choice, a commitment to ourselves and our future. It is the bridge between who we are and who we aspire to be, the foundation upon which we build a life of purpose and meaning. Discipline not as a burden, but as a liberating force, a means by which we unlock our full potential and bring our dreams to life. Carry with us the lessons learned from confronting procrastination, distractions, and the challenges of motivation. Let us hold fast to the strategies that empower us to overcome these obstacles. For in doing so, we pave the way to a future of achievement, fulfillment, and unparalleled success. Now let us explore further how discipline manifests in various aspects of our lives, illuminating the path to holistic success and well-being. Its profound impact across various facets of our lives. Discipline, much like a universal solvent, finds its application in personal development, career growth, relationships, health, finances, and learning. Its influence is both pervasive and persuasive, shaping our journey towards excellence and fulfillment. In the realm of personal development, discipline acts as the bedrock upon which we build the edifice of our character and capabilities. It's the force that propels us to rise early, to meditate, to reflect, and to engage in those activities that nourish our souls and sharpen our minds. Personal development is not a product of wishful thinking, but the result of dedicated, disciplined efforts towards self-improvement. It's about making the choice each day to invest in ourselves, to read more, to learn more, and to grow more. The discipline of personal development ensures that we are not the same people we were yesterday, that we are always moving forward, always evolving. Turning our gaze towards career growth, the role of discipline cannot be overstated. In the competitive arenas of business and professional life, discipline separates the leaders from the followers. It's the discipline to master new skills, to network, to seek mentorship, and to persist in the face of rejection and failure that marks the path to success. Career growth demands more than just showing up. It requires the disciplined pursuit of excellence, the willingness to do what others won't, so tomorrow you can accomplish what others can't. In the tapestry of human relationships, discipline weaves a pattern of consistency, reliability, and respect. It's the discipline to listen actively, to communicate clearly, and to invest time and effort into nurturing the bonds we share with others. Relationships, be they personal or professional, thrive on the discipline of attention and care. Just as a garden requires regular tending to flourish, so too do our relationships require the disciplined application of love, understanding, and patience. Our health, the cornerstone of all endeavors, benefits immensely from the application of discipline. It's the discipline to choose nutritious foods over convenient options, to exercise regularly, and to prioritize rest and relaxation. In a world where the temptations of indulgence are ever present, the discipline of health is our shield, protecting us from the ailments of excess and neglect. Health is wealth, as the adage goes, and disciplined habits are the currency of this wealth. When it comes to finances, discipline is the architect of our financial stability and prosperity. It's the discipline to save, to invest wisely, and to live within our means that builds the foundation of financial freedom. In an age of instant gratification, the discipline of financial management is both a challenge and a necessity. It's about making the hard choices today that will secure a brighter, more prosperous tomorrow. In the pursuit of learning, discipline is the key that unlocks the doors of knowledge and wisdom. It's the discipline to study consistently, to question, to explore, and to apply what we learn that transforms information into insight. Learning is a lifelong journey, and discipline ensures that we continue to move forward, ever curious, ever hungry for the wisdom that life has to offer. It's fascinating to see its transformational power in various spheres of our lives. Picture this. Discipline isn't just about restrictions or a set of rules to follow. Instead, it's the very essence that liberates us, allowing us to unlock our true potential in personal development, career growth, and even in the fabric of our relationships. Now let's consider personal development. It's a journey where discipline acts as the compass, guiding us through the uncharted territories of our capabilities and dreams. It's about setting clear, actionable goals and relentlessly pursuing them despite the hurdles. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose, a direction fueled by discipline. This is not just about achieving goals, but about becoming the best version of ourselves. In the realm of career growth, discipline is the unsung hero behind every success story. It's the quality that distinguishes the ordinary from the extraordinary. With discipline, we prioritize tasks, focus on what's truly important, and develop routines that pave the way for achievement and recognition. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. This relentless pursuit, powered by discipline, is what leads to breakthroughs and innovations. Turning to relationships, discipline plays a crucial role. It teaches us patience, understanding, and the importance of giving our best to those around us. It's about committing to be better listeners, supportive partners, and dependable friends. Discipline in relationships means working on them every day, making conscious efforts to strengthen bonds and cherish the moments we share with others. But the impact of discipline doesn't end there. When it comes to health, it's the disciplined choices we make daily that contribute to our well-being. Choosing to eat healthily, to exercise, to rest, these are all disciplined decisions that add up to a healthier life. Financial discipline, on the other hand, is about making wise decisions with our resources today to secure our future. It's the art of saving, investing, and spending wisely, ensuring that our finances serve us well in achieving our dreams and securing our future. In the sphere of learning, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's about dedicating time to acquire new knowledge, to learn a new skill, or even to master a new language. With discipline, every moment of learning becomes a stepping stone to greater achievements. So as we reflect on the role of discipline in different areas of life, it's clear that its essence is not about limitation. Instead, it's about freedom, the freedom to grow, to achieve, and to live our lives to the fullest. Discipline, in its truest form, is the catalyst that propels us towards our dreams, making the impossible possible. It's the foundation upon which we build a life of success, happiness, and fulfillment. In the panorama of life, where the hues of daily endeavors paint the canvas of our existence, discipline emerges as the cornerstone quietly shaping our personal development, career growth, and the intricacies of our relationships. Imagine, if you will, stepping into a realm where each day is an opportunity to sculpt a masterpiece of your making, where discipline is not just an abstract concept, but the very essence of your being. Now, take a moment to consider the profound impact of discipline in the various arenas of life. In the realm of personal development, discipline acts as the silent gardener, nurturing the seeds of growth and transformation. It's the discipline to rise each morning with a heart full of purpose, to pursue the activities that enrich your soul and sharpen your mind, that sets the foundation for a life of fulfillment and happiness. Think about the legends who have walked this earth. Their stories woven with the threads of relentless pursuit and unwavering discipline. Their journeys remind us that greatness is not a product of mere chance, but the result of disciplined effort and persistence. In the landscape of career growth, discipline emerges as the architect, meticulously designing the blueprint of success. It's the unwavering commitment to excellence, the discipline to hone one's skills day after day that propels individuals to the pinnacle of their professions. Imagine the discipline it takes to push beyond the boundaries of comfort, to embrace challenges as stepping stones, and to remain steadfast in the pursuit of your goals. This disciplined approach not only elevates your professional life, but also sets a beacon of inspiration for those around you. Venturing into the realm of relationships, discipline takes on a tender yet powerful role. It's the discipline to listen with empathy, to communicate with honesty, and to nurture with care that strengthens the bonds of love and friendship. In a world teeming with distractions, the discipline to prioritize those you cherish, to be present in the moments that truly matter, transforms ordinary relationships into extraordinary connections. Beyond the personal, professional, and relational spheres, discipline casts its ripples across the vast ocean of health, finances, and learning. It's the discipline to nourish your body with healthy choices, to manage your finances with wisdom, and to quench your thirst for knowledge with continual learning that shapes a well-rounded, fulfilling life. Each act of discipline, no matter how small, compounds over time, creating a legacy of lasting success, happiness, and fulfillment. As we stand at the crossroads of life, faced with the infinite possibilities that lie before us, let us choose the path of discipline. For it is through discipline that we unlock the doors to our highest potential, transforming our dreams into reality. Discipline not as a burden, but as a cherished companion on our journey to greatness. In the grand tapestry of life, let the threads of discipline weave patterns of extraordinary beauty, reflecting the essence of who we truly are and all that we can become. The concept of discipline stands as a towering beacon, guiding us toward our aspirations, dreams, and the ultimate fulfillment of our potential. Imagine, if you will, the discipline not as a rigid set of rules imposed upon us, but as the very essence of a proactive and purposeful life. It's about making choices that align with our deepest values and goals, even when those choices demand sacrifice in the present for a brighter future. Consider for a moment the profound impact of discipline across the various domains of our existence. At its core, discipline is the foundation upon which personal development is built. It's the steady hand that guides us as we carve out a path toward becoming the best versions of ourselves. Through discipline, we learn to harness the power of our thoughts, to focus our energies, and to direct our actions in ways that lead us to achieve things we once thought impossible. In the realm of career growth, discipline is the differentiator between the ordinary and the extraordinary. It's what enables us to set ambitious goals, to persist through setbacks, and to continually sharpen our skills and knowledge. Discipline in our professional lives means showing up every day with a commitment to excellence, a willingness to learn, and an openness to opportunities for growth. But discipline extends beyond the self and into the way we interact with others. In our relationships, discipline helps us to communicate with kindness and clarity, to listen with empathy, and to contribute positively to the lives of those around us. It teaches us the value of patience, of compromise, and of putting the needs of others alongside our own. The transformative power of discipline also touches upon our health, our finances, and our capacity for learning. It guides us to make choices that promote well-being, to manage our resources wisely, and to approach each day as an opportunity to learn something new. Discipline in these aspects acts as a compass, pointing us toward decisions that align with a life of balance, prosperity, and continuous growth. So, how do we cultivate and strengthen this indispensable quality? It begins with a commitment to ourselves, to our dreams, our well-being, and our growth. It involves setting clear, actionable goals and prioritizing our tasks to focus on developing routines that reinforce discipline is crucial. Is the importance of accountability, rewarding ourselves for milestones achieved, and reflecting on our journey to understand how we can improve. But let us not forget, the path of discipline is not one of isolation. It is a path we walk together, supporting one another through challenges, celebrating our successes, and sharing the wisdom we gain along the way. The discipline is not just about achieving personal success. It's about contributing to a world where everyone has the opportunity to realize their potential. The discipline be your guiding light, your constant companion on the journey toward the life you envision. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it lead you to the heights of achievement and the fulfillment of your deepest aspirations. The unstoppable force of discipline is within each of us, waiting to be unleashed. Let us commit every single day to the practices and principles of discipline, for in doing so, we transform not only our own lives but the world around us.